While the retail market panicked over escalating geopolitical tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, institutional capital quietly stepped in to buy the dip. Early morning trading on July 13, 2026, saw both the Sensex and Nifty plunge as crude oil supply worries rattled sentiment. Yet, by midday, those steep losses vanished, leaving the indices trading near flat. This resilience highlights a sophisticated market structure where macro shocks are rapidly absorbed by capital rotation rather than outright capitulation. To understand this midday recovery, we must look at the structural moat of India's leading technology exporters. When global supply chains face geographic bottlenecks, domestic cyclicals suffer. However, global tech majors like TCS and Infosys operate in a digital landscape largely insulated from physical trade corridors. Their dollar-denominated revenue models act as a natural hedge, transforming them into premium defensive assets when geopolitical volatility spikes. Data from premium platforms like HDFC Sky confirms that this midday turnaround was not accidental. While retail accounts engaged in momentum selling, institutional desks deployed limit orders at key support zones. This targeted capital allocation suggests that professional money managers viewed the early drop as an overreaction, utilizing the sudden dip to accumulate high-quality IT names at more attractive multiples. The numbers tell a compelling story of relative strength. The Sensex and Nifty successfully defended their critical exponential moving averages despite systemic headwinds from the energy sector. This defense shows that the domestic equity market has developed a diversified cushion. The weakness in oil-dependent sectors was completely offset by a strong bid in export-oriented services, proving that index construction is heavily insulated by design. Here is where the margin metrics become interesting. A geopolitical conflict in the Middle East invariably puts upward pressure on Brent crude, which historically weakens the Indian rupee. For domestic manufacturing, a weaker currency is a margin headwind. But for major IT service providers like Wipro and Infosys, a depreciating rupee directly boosts operating margins by inflating the value of repatriated foreign earnings. This structural tailwind arrives at a time when enterprise leadership is shifting execution strategies. Recent corporate commentary from top Tier 1 IT executives reveals aggressive pivot toward automation and generative AI integration. By lowering their dependence on expensive lateral hiring and optimizing subcontractor costs, these firms are positioning themselves to capture superior margin expansion even if top-line revenue growth remains moderate. Furthermore, enterprise spending patterns are stabilizing. While global clients remain cautious about discretionary capital expenditure, non-discretionary cost optimization contracts continue to flow into India. Large multi-year deals are providing high earnings visibility. This baseline demand ensures that even during macro shocks, the baseline cash flow generation of these technology businesses remains highly predictable and secure. To appreciate the scale of this midday recovery, we must analyze the geopolitical reality of the Strait of Hormuz. Over one-fifth of the world's liquefied natural gas and petroleum passes through this narrow choke point. Any persistent disruption threatens global energy supply, leading directly to higher transport costs and imported inflation for energy-dependent economies like India. This energy threat is exactly what triggered the midday sector rotation. Institutional allocators began de-risking their portfolios by trimming positions in high-beta manufacturing and energy-intensive enterprises like Reliance. This capital had to go somewhere. The immediate beneficiary was the defensive software services sector, which absorbed this migrating liquidity and single-handedly stabilized the broader indices. However, we must remain objective about the potential risks. If the Hormuz crisis escalates into a prolonged conflict, the resulting oil shock could trigger systemic interest rate hikes by central banks. Higher cost of capital globally would eventually suppress enterprise tech budgets in the US and Europe, creating a secondary demand headwind that currency tailwinds might not fully offset. Beyond energy, supply chain friction remains an ongoing challenge. Elevated freight rates and container shortages add direct cost pressures to domestic hardware divisions. While pure software plays are insulated, any business with physical logistics exposure will face margin compression, making selective stock picking absolutely critical in this volatile environment. This brings us to a crucial valuation reassessment. Following recent corrections, the IT sector is trading near its 10-year historical mean price-to-earnings multiple. This means the premium safety we are seeing is not overly expensive. For institutional investors, this reasonable valuation provides a strong margin of safety compared to highly extended domestic consumer themes. From a tactical perspective, several leading software names are entering a breakout watch as they consolidate just below major overhead resistance levels with rising volume support. Conversely, highly leveraged import-dependent manufacturing firms should be placed under trim consideration, as prolonged energy inflation could severely test their near-term balance sheets. Ultimately, the midday recovery on July 13 shows the maturity of the Indian market. Geopolitical shocks are inevitable, but a balanced portfolio allocation remains the ultimate defense. To stay ahead of these institutional flows and preserve your capital through professional analysis, subscribe to SR Money News IN, share your strategy in the comments below, and we will see you in our next deep dive.